Benvenuti and welcome to day number 2 of the tour of Saponificio Veracino. Today, we're going to make it hopefully a little bit quicker, but we're using today our Occam, because it's kind of an all-black shave, our Occam with a feather pro guard, the Cosmo from Saponificio Veracino, the Cosmo Aftershave, the Corleone from Sorrentino, already preloaded. And not to go over the lathering again, 1 tablespoon on top of the soap. Do your thing, come back, load it, and you're good to go. Now, this, for those of you that don't have Cosmo, this is not available anymore. The Cosmo is available, but in a repackaged. This was done in 2016 for Cosmoprof. Now, those of us that are in the beauty industry, we have international conferences, and Cosmoprof is one of the biggest. And Saponificio Veracino created this scent specifically for that. And it's a very unique scent as we go over the notes and everything else. The difference with this one, this is the first time we're going to be using beta 4.2. So this is the mid-level before the beta 4.3. And what Saponificio does is they will always looking for skin properties to make things better, slicker, and a better shave for you. Hence the beta 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. Now in this one, they added Larch Extract, which is genus Larch Extract. Now, what this is supposed to do is provide an excellent post-shave and overall amazing shave experience. The Larch Extract is also able to reduce TOOL, which is trans-epidermal water loss, thus helping those skin types that tend to be dry. So if you've got a dry face, this is actually pretty good. It's also a new vegetal compound based on castor oil that gives more of a lubricating action for the mechanics. So it's really neat. Now, this is another very unique scent, but this is when we start getting into the Colonia scents. But the notes in this thing that make up this symphony are fairly interesting. So the top notes is citrus of Sicily, which is an orange, bergamot, lime, kind of a mixture, and coffee. And you can get that right out of the gate. You can smell the coffee, and you can smell the mixture of the coffee and the citrus together, which you wouldn't think would mix very well, but it does. The body notes are nutmeg, coriander, and pepper. So you've got that sharpness that you can smell both the coriander, the pepper. I don't really detect the nutmeg, but I'm sure it's in there because it adds a little bit of a sweetness to it. And then the bottom notes are vetiver, sandalwood, incense, and vanilla. So this will dry down very, very creamy, very, very almost powdery. I did want to make a note from yesterday is that the Tundra Arctica, as far as the aftershave, did become a skin set probably within about an hour, but it did stay. And I did catch hints of the oud, the sandalwood, and the lichen berries. So it kind of a sweet oud sandalwood. So it was very pleasant, very pleasant. So we hope everybody's doing well. And again, I will post these notes in the body of the video or in the description, and then also on my journal. The one thing you notice right out of the bat, you can feel the castor oil base difference in the beta 4.2. Very, very easy to put on, very soft face feel. I would compare this face feel to the new to Frank's Ethos, very soft, and the Desert Vetiver, to be honest with you. Very, very creamy on the face. Now with the castor oil addition, she will take a lot of water to get the way you want, and that's okay. Probably a little bit more water than the beta 4.1. And during the shave, you're getting a lot of the pepper and a little bit of the coffee. I feel that's coming out, which gives it that Colonia, kind of that Colonia scent. And if you enjoy the Colonia scent, you'll love this. Had a few people ask me why I haven't used the
Saponificio straight razor, the Leonardo da Vinci,
and I will be.
but since I'm explaining some of the things about the soap,
using the straight razor would extend the length of the video. So I'll be using a variety of different razors during this tour, but I guarantee you the Leonardo will be coming out on multiple occasions.
The old guy's Zoom call went very well yesterday, other than the fact that there had been a time during the COVID crisis that Zoom was extending the times, and they didn't do that. Once again, I always recommend rinsing between each pass, and the slickness in this one is really, really good. So we did get booted, and then I went ahead and upgraded to the unlimited, to where we can have our Zoom calls. So Chad and Chris, if you see an invoice for $15 a month, you'll know what it's for.
Again, mostly peppery notes that I'm detecting with the coffee. So although you can't get the gold, the black and gold container anymore, it's in the aluminum. It's still the beta, the new beta, or not the new beta, the 4.2. And it's a unique scent. And you do detect some of the coffee after the dry down. But again, it's going to become a skin scent. But I will say that this one will become a little bit stronger of a skin scent than the Tundra Arctica, or Arctica rather. I also had a question yesterday as to why I have not shaved with the 70th anniversary, since it's my fill group. Well, I'm of the adage that I save my favorite for last. That or the Desert Vetiver will probably be my last one, because I've already shaved with the Desert Vetiver recently. But the 70th, and I say this in all honesty, and I love all the scents that SV has put out, but if I had one scent, and those of you that saw my shootout know that the 70th was edged out to second place on performance by the Pana Crema Nuova. However, if I had to shave with one soap for the rest of my life and one aftershave, and never to change any, it would be the 70th. Because it's the only one that I have found that just literally makes your skin feel alive. And it's probably the most refreshing soap that I've ever used, and probably the most refreshing aftershave. And that's why I'm pleading with Marco and Alessandro to make 70th the next EDP that they come out with. You know, and it's a nice problem to have when you have so many wonderful, wonderful scents that you have a hard time picking a favorite. Again, this is a soap that you can clearly, in my opinion, with my water,
because as we talked about, everybody's mileage is going to differ based on their water, how they lather, and everything else. But this clearly can be used for post cleanup without adding soap. Again, not the slickest post cleanup, or post shave rather, but just tremendous. And the face feel, as I said, and I really like the soaps that give your face nourishment. Hence the reason why Panacrema, CBL, Ethos, those are all in my top wheelhouse. Mystic Water, because they do a wonderful job of protecting your face. Tremendous BBS shave. Really not much cleanup. As I said, the Occam's a great razor. It's just not, it's just a little bulky. Yeah, you can tell the difference in the post-shave feel between the Beta 4.1 and the Beta 4.2. It's definitely a lot more moisturizing. For those people with dry skin, it's going to be a winner. For those people that have combination skin or oily skin, just be very sparing on the aftershave because it's got the same stuff. Once again, always shake up because it's got all natural alcohols and plant extracts. Now, this bottle, it came with a larger reducer, but I put a small one. And once again, this is not a free-flowing alcohol, not a balm, not a serum. It's kind of in between. And so 2 or 3 drops is all you need. Oh, and it's wonderful. Your first hit with that kind of medicinal plant alcohol, but then as you're spreading it on, you're getting the pepper and the coriander and the hints of vetiver. The coffee is still kind of playing around there, but the moisturizing properties of this aftershave are a step up from Tundra Article or any of the 4.1. Dry down is fairly quick. Not quite as smooth and powdery feeling as some, but that's because of the natural properties. But you can get away with adding your talc, and that will help you. Once again, I'm using the Borotalco, the Italian talc, and once again I'm going to plead for Marco and Ali to make a talcum powder. And I think it's kind of cool that everybody's kind of trying the talc as a finish. You just be sparing with it, and you don't get too cloudy, but still, it's just a really neat finish to a morning routine. As I said, there's a reason why your barber does this every time you have a haircut. And if you've got a barber that's not doing this, find a new barber, because this should be part of the ritual after each haircut. Because it does 2 things. One, the brush gets rid of any hairs that are flying around that are in your eyebrows and your face and stuff like that. And then it also finishes the haircut in the back where they do because most won't do the whole face, but they'll do the back of the neck because that seals up things after the shave. Now, I will say this, your barber should be doing a couple things when they give you a haircut. They should trim, if you've got any ear hairs, they should be trimming this and inside your ears. They should also ask you if you want your eyebrows trimmed and your nose hairs trimmed. That should all be part of your standard haircut service, in my opinion. Some people charge more, some people don't. So what I'll do with the Cosmo is, as I said, they don't have an EDT, so I will use this as a parfum, just direct on the heat spots, elbows, crease of the arm, and everything else, and it will act as an EDT.
and just a wonderful, wonderful dry down. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you so very much for joining us for day number 2 of our tour of Saponificio Veracino. Tomorrow, join us for day 3. Not sure which one we're going to use yet, but we'll kind of surprise you. And have a wonderful day. And if you're not a member of the shavingcadre.com, please check us out at www.theshavingcadre.com. And don't forget to check out Saponificio's online store at www.saponificioveracino.com/online. And then in English or Italian, whichever one you're going to use. So once again, thank you, Cadre. We appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.